episode
13.
13.
Tressa, you want to do it?
You got it.
It's your house, I kind of.
Yeah, but I use 13.
We
I say live and direct from the
starting
crib.
in
Fight night out here in Jersey.
Yeah, we've done 12. We've done 12
Fireplace
shows.
in the background.
We've done 12 shows. You've done like one
3,
intro.
I've done like the last 3 I did.
1.
Out of your mind.
Action!
100%.
Out of your mind. What's going on, good peoples? Welcome back to RWTW TV episode 13.
13, kid.
Nah, we're not just yet. There you go. Different set. Where are we, man?
Listen, man, it's fight night. We're out here in Jersey at the crib. We went
Casa de Leonard.
Casa de Leonard, man.
Yes.
Episode 13, man. Wanted to be comfortable. Wanted to be on site. Mm-hmm. Game 7 on right now. Fight in a little while.
Yep. Derby just happened. Yep.
So we're here, man.
We'll tell them the real reason. You messed up the schedule. We were supposed to shoot up yesterday, so here we are shooting at your house.
I mean, listen, there's a little bit of truth in that. A little bit of interpretation.
I must say I could get used to this. Very comfortable.
Everything happens for a reason, man.
This is true. Very
Some
comfortable.
different chairs.
Comfortable chairs.
And that's plush.
A fire.
It's plush. Fireplace.
It took you about 30 minutes to get the fire going.
Listen, the wood, the wood, my last batch of wood that I got delivered was a little moist. So it takes a little longer to get started.
So it wasn't your Boy Scout skills. You didn't know that.
The wood wasn't really ready, but I got it going.
It's ready now.
It's ready.
Okay.
Yep.
Nah, I love the environment. I love, dope. So I can get used to this. This might be the set moving forward, man.
I wouldn't mind it.
So we've been gone almost 3 weeks.
We took a couple weeks off, man.
Couple of weeks
It was nice.
off.
It was refreshing. We got a chance to step back, reflect on where we've been, and think a little bit about where we're going.
Hey, big budgets over here too. For you people out there just listening to us, the spread is nice, man. We got what you call this? You call this vintage?
Yeah, Tiffany Crystal. Vintage.
Is this the same Crystal,
Vintage
the Knicks?
whiskey decanter.
Your Knicks mugs are made of?
No. That might have been from when they won the last championship. It's not the New Jack shit.
So, yeah, we were gone a couple weeks. A little bit of business, little vacate thrown in there, which is great to kind of get away and unplug, although, we both cheated on the phone a little bit.
I mean, listen, we talk about the work-balance life, and sometimes you gotta do it.
Yes.
It happens less often than I think we'd all like to, but, nowadays you go away, you can still stay in the mix a little bit, so it was good.
You actually made the comment to me that you were more productive being out of the country.
Absolutely.
So, as you know, I'm still training for the Cleveland Half Marathon.
That's right, that didn't happen yet?
Not yet.
Wow.
May 17th.
How much? May
2 weeks,
17th,
man.
2 weeks left.
I ran.
How's it going?
It's going okay. Did
you run today?
I ran today. I ran 10 miles today.
Ooh, 10.
10 miles today.
How'd you feel?
2 things happened. One is I got cramps for the first time at about 7 miles.
Foot, calf. Hammy, calf.
Felt like a sniper was up on one of those houses.
Yeah, that's never.
You should have seen me out there. I was like, oh my God.
I'd say I'd rather get a cramp running than the random cramp when you're laying in bed.
Sleep, yeah, it's tough.
Coming out of nowhere.
It's tough. The only thing is, more so honestly than the pain of the cramp, it scared me thinking about, shit, is this going to be a problem for me come the race? But I ran 10 miles today. 2 things happened that made my run a little more difficult. For me personally, the first quarter and the last quarter are difficult for me. The first quarter, you got to get in your groove, or like I say, get in the saddle, just get into your rhythm. It's always tough for me. And in the last quarters, you're a little bit on fumes. You're 8 miles in, 9 miles in. So at about the 2.3 miles, I'm still struggling a little bit. And that's all right. And by the way, we're here, you're going to hear noises.
Yeah, with the
There's
crib.
kids
My kids
running
are running around like crazy. Bow and arrows. Real bow and arrows, in the house.
All sorts of stuff. So don't mind background noise. At about 2.3 miles, I got a phone call. You want to guess who that phone call was?
Who?
Eric Newman, our producer.
Eric E.
Called me. I didn't answer. Messed up my whole flow.
So that's coming through your headphones?
Yeah, I'm running on Power Beats. Yeah, wireless Power Beats. I'm running on them. My playlist is official. Yeah. I'm going old school, new school. Bon Jovi. I'm going Jay-Z.
Now, was this a playlist you put together, or
curated it?
You curated it?
Curated it, yeah. Special.
Okay.
So that throws me off. So it takes me a good, like, another quarter of a mile to get my thing back together. I'm running. The 8 mile mark even. Phone rings. Guess who called me?
Me.
You.
Me.
So he calls me at 2.3 miles.
Okay.
You call me at 8. I just told you the first quarter and the last quarter are tough for me. You two are calling me about the same shit.
Listen, my name comes up on the phone. It should be motivation for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw it. Almost slammed the phone, man.
I can't get an update from the road. Yo, I'm on mile 3. Now I'm gonna push hard.
Listen,
Get you back later.
Listen, I'm trying to just put left foot in front of right foot and right foot in front of left foot at
Trying
that
to
point,
survive, man.
You know, so
But
Justin, you buying that?
10 miles is
10
miles is no
could
punk,
not run
man.
10 right now.
10 miles is
Not
no
even
punk.
close.
Shout out to David Creech from Nike and DJ Steph Loss of the Cleveland Cavs. They're my training partners from a distance, and we're all running the Cleveland half together. And you know, they've been motivating me. They've been,
You know what?
they've been doing it.
Creech is running and Floss?
Creech is running it.
I might run.
You might run what?
I might run the mini marathon.
First of all, it's not a mini marathon.
Mini.
It's disrespectful. It's
not
a
a real
half,
one.
13.2
half,
miles.
mini, same thing.
And then the other thing is, it's 2 weeks away. You couldn't do that.
I'm sheer will I could probably do it.
When was the last time
Depends
you ran?
what I have at the finish
When was the
line
last
right
time you ran a mile?
Actually, last time we were in Cleveland, I ran a mile.
When was this? Because
That
I was
was-
there. I don't remember you doing that. You just happened to do this without me being around?
When was when they played?
Yeah,
The
when we went to
Thunder.
the Friday and Sunday game.
Yeah.
And you happened to sneak a mile in when I was there. I,
I
didn't
did.
see you.
Yeah, I went down. I ran a mile. I lifted. It was when I was in my little workout routine. Didn't last long, but I got that was the last time I ran a mile. I was in Cleveland. The gym at the Nines.
Okay. All right. I'll take you for your word.
Yeah.
So I love this time of year, man. There's so much going on sport-wise, right? So it's like you have the NFL draft, you have the NBA playoffs, you have, you know, the NBA draft about to come up as well. Football's kind of starting to pick up. Teams are starting to report. There's so much going on. Obviously, the fight's going on, all this stuff. You know, great time of year. Have you been keeping up with the NFL draft at all?
I have.
Your Giants have actually done pretty well for
They've
themselves.
done really well. They've done really well. I'm feeling good about them this year.
Yeah, I think they went immediate need. They went O-lineman from Miami. He's big as shit. I don't know his 6'6", 330 something or something like that. Big boy. And then they went safety second round. And then I think they went linebacker as well.
Kid from Florida
Yeah,
State,
so
right?
they've solved some needs. I think they're going to be good, man. I think from a business standpoint, did you see the first 2 picks?
Of course.
So you saw, you know, Jameis being picked first and Mariota second. And to me, it was interesting, man. I always look at everything from like a business lens, business, sport, business. They all bleed. We always talk into this. They bleed into each other. It was amazing to me to see, and I very rarely do this. I don't take shots at other brands. Everyone's working hard. There's people, you know, just trying to do the best they can. But it was amazing to me. It's public knowledge now that Bose is the official, I guess, speaker or, you know,
Audio
partner of the NFL. Paid tons of money. You can look it up, Google it, you know, how much money they paid for the deal. And them going really hard. I believe it was like the NFL draft presented by
Bose.
Bose.
That was the
whatnot.
first big presenting thing that they
Right,
done.
so it was a big moment, big look, big opportunity for them. Until the first name in the draft is called. If anyone knows,
Jameis Winston.
if anyone knows,
If you look up the definition, Webster's might have changed the
Talk to me.
definition of hijack
talk to
from whatever it was before into, you know, they might have redefined it after what Beats did at the draft.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone knows anything about the draft, or you talk to, you know, college players that go through the draft, they all talk about the call,
Yep.
getting that call. So for those of you that don't know, the NFL team will call the player and tell them, hey, I think that's the owner most of the time, or maybe the coach or the GM will call and say, hey, congratulations, Justin Leonard, we're picking you with the next pick. I don't know the powers that be, whether the players did it on their own, whether Beats did it, whatever happened behind closed
way it
doors.
happened.
What I do know is I was watching on TV just like most Americans were. And they have the camera on Jameis Winston from Florida State, who's going number 1. The phone call comes in, as expected. But one thing happens that's very interesting, and I just chalked up to coincidence. Do you know what that was?
What was it?
He answers the call on his wireless Power Beats from Beats by Dre.
Yep.
So if I'm Bose, I'm looking at this, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I paid all this money with an official sponsor, and here's the number 1 draft pick taking the coveted call
The biggest spot, the biggest moment. They
on
owned it.
his wireless Power Beats.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, pure coincidence, Beats are hot, the kids love them, Hey, check.
Listen, man, you can't buy authenticity, and you can't.
Agree.
You know, and to me, what's worse is, you know, I mean, I don't know why. Right. Everybody messes with Beats. Beats owns that market right now.
Yep.
I don't even know why you would. To me, it looks 10 times worse that you're paying for that placement, and people are so adamant that they want to wear Beats product that they're going against. They're taking fines. They're you know.
True, but here's the thing.
Bucking the system to wear the stuff they want to wear.
True, but from a Bose or from a competitor's standpoint, you gotta look at it like shit. You gotta take your shot. We were talking about that before. You gotta take your shot. Like, what are you gonna do?
I'd argue that the damage that comes from, you know, a league mandating that you wear that product and no other product, and then the masses still go against that and wear what they want to wear. To me, that does way more damage than any good that comes from that.
I mean, even
deal.
that goes beyond business, even from like a cultural standpoint, right? Like what happens, like why was rock and roll big? Because parents are like, yo, don't listen to that mess, that's noise. And why did hip hop become big? Because the parents that loved rock and roll were like, what is that? You know, boom, bap, biddy, bop, bop, you know what I'm saying? So just banning it or just being like, you can't do this, automatically, whether you're a younger player, whether you're a fan or consumer, you're gonna be like, yo, that's the dope shit, I want that.
Yep.
But hold that thought. So the Jameis Winston thing happens. Number 1 pick. Wow, it's great. You know, and to me, honestly, I didn't like. Again, I can't speak on it because I don't know what happened behind
I didn't even know what was coming.
If it just happened,
as close as we are to it.
But if it just happened, coincidence. Had him. He's answering him. Whatever. And the number 2 pick comes up, and Tennessee's picking, and they pick Mariota from the Oregon Ducks.
Again, not in Chicago.
Who's not in Chicago? Yes, he's
with
home.
His family,
Hawaii,
off-site, so
family.
He's got to take the call.
Eric, who was the ESPN reporter battling cancer? She was there. Shelbourne?
Oh, Ramona Shelbourne.
Yes, Ramona Shelbourne. Did you see that? Actually, really dope. So she was battling cancer, went through chemo and whatnot, and she lost all her hair. And she reported live. She covered the Mariota thing. Mariota selection from Hawaii with no hair.
Oh, dope.
And she was like...
Oh, yes, I did see it.
Yeah, she was like, I could have worn a wig, whatnot, but I want people to know I'm in a fight, and I'm fighting, which I thought was super dope, man.
Unbelievable.
So, not
Respect.
that she's probably watching, listening, but just, I thought that was so impressive, man, and kudos to ESPN for kind of allowing that to happen as well, which I thought was pretty dope. But, you know, along those lines, so Mariota's home. He goes, they're about to pick him. He gets the phone call, and guess what happens?
Takes a call. Power Beats Wireless.
So here you are.
And the 2.
Listen, if I am said company that sponsors the NFL, and I'm at home watching this, and I'm watching it because I have bottles of champagne on ice thinking we're going to win, you know, we won because we're sponsoring this, whatnot, and you have the number 1 pick.
I'm going to jump ahead of you. No, I'm sick to my stomach. Like, I'm not even mad. I'm beyond mad.
No, someone loses their job.
Like,
someone loses their job.
Yeah.
The number 1 and the number 2 pick, oh, here comes the call. Hold on a second. Hello? Beats, Wireless, Power Beats, and they're taking the calls. It was over, like the draft was over. So when people give grades out in terms of like, hey, what team got an A, what team got a B?
Chat, man.
Hey, Beats by Dre won the draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again,
shout out to them, and we do a lot of work with them, but they continue to push the envelope and find ways to, you know, redefine the game, which is difficult nowadays.
Agree.
But they do it, and they do it better than anybody.
Agree. So, transitioning. This is the time of year, man. This is literally the race for the gold. NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs. You've been keeping up. You've been watching. I know we've been on the road.
Yeah, I've been watching as much as possible. Game 7's going on right now.
Yep. Spurs, Clippers, Game 7's going on. Do we have a score on that? Do we know what's going on?
2-point game at the half.
2-point game at the half.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think it would go to 7. I thought San Antonio would take care of business prior to 7, but I think they win tonight.
Over in the East, Cleveland swept Boston, but it was an interesting sweep.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, obviously Love's out for the rest of the season.
Did you see the play?
Pretty nasty,
So first of all, shout out to Kev Love, get better and all that
Speedy
good stuff,
recovery.
right? I hate to see any player, go out because of injury. And did you see the play itself?
Yeah.
You think it was dirty?
Not in the sense of I don't think that the intention was to hurt Love or cause harm. A little bit dirty. not knowing the result of what was going to happen.
It's white on white crime, man.
Yeah.
Two non-athletic white dudes, non-jumping dudes.
The game needs it, man. The game needs it. They need to stay healthy, man.
No, I think one thing I heard. Listen, I'll be the first to admit I didn't watch a lot of Celtic games, and for those of you that don't know, our producer's a huge Celtic fan, so he's probably.
I mean, it got really physical, got really chippy.
No, I saw the whole first round.
You had that sense that something at any moment could pop off.
No, I saw the whole first round. What I'm getting at is I don't know enough of the players on the Boston team to know, hey, if that's something that player would do, if that's
Nobody
something
really
they wouldn't.
does except anybody from Boston.
Right, but look, it just sucks just to see an injury. But at the same time, and LeBron said after the game, listen, it's part of the game, and whoever can play, and whoever can't, and it's kind of next man up.
If the Cavs can do it without Love, it's all the more testament to how how good they are and how strong of a unit they are. Which again, I still think they win it this year.
Well, to add insult to injury, no pun intended,
man.
My man J.R. Smith, a.k.a. Swish.
Swish went Mortal Kombat.
Allegedly. Well, not allegedly. The camera was just. Yeah. So Swish is suspended for 2 games. That'll hurt. That'll hurt the Cavs.
It'll hurt a little bit, but it'll be fine.
Listen, there's a reason why Mike
I'd rather
Miller,
him do that now than Eastern Conference
Listen,
Finals.
there's a reason why Mike Miller's on that team. There's a reason why James Jones is on that team. There's a reason why Sean Marion's on that team.
Yeah.
By committee or one guy stepping up, they'll get it done. And look, I'm not going to feel sorry for the Cavs. They have the best player on the planet in LeBron. And in my opinion, they have the best, if not one of the top 2 point guards in the NBA. So, this is what the playoffs is about.
Fine. I just hate to see JR's had such a great year. I think
he'll be back. Though, listen, he'll be back, and I think he'll be, when you look at the timing, he'll be back for the first road game against the Bulls.
Yeah.
It's a great shot in the arm.
Yeah. And I love to see, not that I don't want anybody to get hurt, and I hate to see people getting suspended, but I love the physical play coming back in the game.
Were you a physical player when you played?
Absolutely. I brought a lot of the physicality. I'm going into your chest.
Yeah, you're 5'7", 172 pounds when you played ball, and you was going for the contact.
Yep, I embraced it. I sought it out actually. Nah, but I again, it had that series had a little bit.
No, we're not just gonna breeze over that. How'd you sort the physicality out? What was your style?
I mean, that was I enjoyed it.
Oh my God!
On an offensive end, defensive end.
Listen, man. So, we covered the Cavs. The Wizards look really good.
Wizards look good. I think they
beat the shit out of Toronto.
They beat the shit out of Toronto.
Toronto looked like they were getting ready for OVO Fest and wanted nothing to do with the playoffs, man. They were like, you know what? Who's Drizzy bringing out, man? Ain't worried about no Paul Pierce.
Yeah, they did not look good.
They look really bad.
Yeah, Washington looked good though.
And then who else? Who just won in the East? Who's
Atlanta beat Brooklyn.
Oh, Atlanta. Brooklyn was sleepwalking last night, which was embarrassing to kind of see that they didn't put forth a better effort in an elimination game.
Washington plays Atlanta, though,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
I think Washington wins that.
You think Washington beats Atlanta?
Yeah, I don't think Atlanta gets through that.
Yep.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I think I just want a good series.
I said from the beginning, as much unbelievable amount of respect, unbelievable regular season. I just don't think they're.
This is nice, by the way.
I don't think they're cut out.
Who, Atlanta? We're talking about now?
Yeah, they're not gonna. Could use another cube, but.
Yeah, it's all good. You go off camera, guy. You want to look at another cube?
Yeah, I think Washington takes that series. I think Wall's balling. I don't think he is.
Yo, poor Pierce, who if we turn the camera on Eric, he's probably got a Pierce tattoo on over his heart. He's playing out of his mind. So they're a good team. I'm not backing off my stance. I still think the Cavs come out of the East.
I think Cavs come out of the East, but I do think Washington will win this next series.
So before we won't even go to the finals, what is your Eastern Conference Finals matchup now that we've gotten out of the first round? You have Cavs and Wizards.
Cavs and Wizards, yeah.
Be a good series. And in the West,
I mean, Kyrie and Wall going at each other is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, agree. 2 young, explosive, like Rottweiler point guards. So, and in the West, who do you have? You have Memphis still. You have Clippers, San Antonio. You have who am I missing? What's the other?
State.
Rockets play the winner. Clippers, Spurs, and then you have Golden State. Memphis.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Dwight is balling right now. I mean, if Dwight continues to play the way he's playing, you know, I'm not a huge Rockets fan, but
You think the Rockets can beat the Spurs or the Clippers?
I do think they can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I'd love to see. I mean, I would love to see a Golden State Cavs final.
Golden State. Yeah, that'd be exciting to watch.
I would love to see that.
I think the Rockets. I think the Rockets can beat the Clippers. I don't think the Rockets can beat the Spurs. Papa's not going to let one player beat him. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. You know, so, I mean, a lot of things have to fall into place, whatnot, but so you're saying your my Western Conference Finals is, my Eastern Conference Finals is Wizards, Cavs. My Western Conference Finals is still Spurs, Golden State. Can that actually happen, Spurs, Golden State? Yeah, Spurs, Golden State. Who do you have in the West?
I like that. I'm gonna go with you.
I'm gonna ride my coattails and just say
I'm not
that.
gonna ride. Just, you know,
I mean, I did research. I looked at.
I like it.
I did research. I looked at the numbers, stats. What do we call those things that Charles Barkley doesn't use?
Analytics.
Data.
I used analytics and data. And you're just gonna say I like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Latest data is 10 minutes on the clock.
10 minutes on the clock. Okay.
I agree with Charles. Data when it comes to it's terrible. It should be illegal.
Well, the thing, athletes such as yourself that just, I don't know, play.
Yeah, you can't.
Athlete, when you play at a high level like I played at, you need all of that information. It's the difference between a win and a loss.
You can't really put data to heart and will.
That's what players without talent
And a killer
know.
and that dog. You can't.
Players without talent like to. Here's the problem. Here's what I've caught up to, right?
You can't.
Every player needs heart.
You can't put a number in
No,
that.
I agree with that. Every player needs heart, will, passion, all that
By
stuff.
the way, Chewy's over there. He wants
dog.
out so bad.
Chew is your dog. You have a bulldog.
Yeah, English bulldog.
English bulldog.
Look at him. He wants out so bad.
We went over there. We bought him when he was a puppy. I actually love this story. You went over there. I went with you. They told you how much the dog was. We won't say how much it is. You were like, hell no, I'm not buying that dog.
Yeah.
And as you were saying that, they pulled the dog out of the crate and showed him to you. And what you say?
I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was a rap.
Oh my God, he's so cute. I need him.
Oh my God.
Sucker. They had him. He was this big. You got him for Christmas, right? For the family?
Yeah.
Chewy's the shit. He's actually giving you his
out.
back right now.
Yeah.
He's not really happy with you.
Yeah.
So it should be a good finish to the playoffs. The draft is actually still going on. I'm excited what the Giants are doing. Spoke to Victor Cruz the other day.
How's he feeling?
He's feeling good. He was happy. Rehab's going really well. He was excited to be back with his teammates for like the team workouts. He's running again, so that's great. And he's excited about the draft picks. It was funny. I was joking.
I'm unbelievably optimistic about this season.
Yeah, no, I was joking with him.
The Giants are going to be
they got a
very competitive.
They got a left tackle, was it? They got a left tackle with the first pick, and I texted Vic. I was like, "More time for Eli means more time for you." You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, I'm excited what the Giants are doing. I'm excited with the draft. I'm excited to see what Jameis Winston does on the next level and what Mariota does on the next level.
Speaking of Winston, I mean, and a little bit. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a social
media
rant right now.
Here we go. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
I mean, you saw obviously what he posted after
talking crab legs.
Yeah, I saw photo.
I saw it.
And again, there's a story out there now about
why he
posted the photo, which it doesn't matter whether there's a legit, explanation that makes sense. But you just don't with all you're the number one pick, with all the doubt around you is basically around your character.
Yep. Yeah, no one's doubting. Nobody's doubting your talent. His talent is through. Yeah. No doubt on that.
So the fact that at that moment, within hours of you being the number one pick, you put that crab leg photo up. It's like it's a giant middle finger, and I just like.
Okay, can I for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with everything you just said. What I'll say is, Jameis is probably 20 years old, maybe 21.
Hey, can you let him out?
We can check that. 20 years old, 21 years old. I don't put that on him. When you were 20 years old, you made knucklehead decisions too. And luckily, you're old. Hold up. You're old now, so they didn't have Instagram and all that shit when you was 21 years old. So lucky for you. Hold up. I blame that on his team.
I would have been smarter.
The people he has around him need to say, hey, you know what? You shouldn't even be handling your social media right now.
I agree with that. I agree with
You
that.
just play ball.
But
here's the thing. Hear me out. Hear me out 1 second.
Peel it back.
Hear me out 1 second.
The onus is on you to put those people around you.
No, but hear me out 1 second. You don't even know you need those people. You need to have. No, you don't. Not at 21 years old. You need to have someone.
Everything that kid went through, he knows he needs.
But you know what? If he knew better, he'd do better. At 21 years old, you don't know what you need. At 21, you're trying to get chicks and get money.
But I'm also going to argue he pushes that post button on that Instagram.
He does. My point is this.
So
he needs to have a team around him that even takes that button out of his hands. You know, so yeah. I mean, listen, he's 21, he's an adult, he's responsible for himself, all that, I get that. There needs to be someone in his camp that says, you know what, you shouldn't even be even be live on social.
But even and screw the social thing. At this point, to me, I'll take it down to its common denominator. It's decisions. Like as a quarterback, that's like at the core of what makes you great. Making good decisions.
Yeah, but you can't do that because you can't do that because you don't doubt any decisions he makes on the field. He's phenomenal.
But
he's phenomenal. And you mentioned earlier, any doubts that are attached to his name are off the field, and that's why I say your team comes in and building and putting an amazing team around you. And here's the thing: he has it. He just doesn't have the right to. And I don't know any of his people because I don't know if you know this. The tweet was taken down.
Yeah, he took it there, of course.
You know, so they knew it was wrong. So it's like you need to have a team that even takes the phone out your hand. And it's like, you know what? That's not what we're doing right now.
So Jameis, of course, he shouldn't have posted that.
Oh, so you're still going on social right now?
Terrible idea. My second social thing, right? Like I've talked. Anybody who's been rocking up with us since episode 1. Yep. We've talked a lot about the Knicks.
Long time ago.
And the Knicks.
12 episodes ago.
Social media. We've talked about it a lot.
Well, hold up. What did you say, sir?
The Knicks and their social media.
Why are we even talking about the Knicks? They're not even in the playoffs. They're not in the draft.
Well, you know what? I actually, forgot about them for a little while until.
Yes, you should.
This past Thursday, a couple days ago, scrolling through the gram.
This can't be good.
In my feed pops up a post from the Knicks. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, playoff basketball, full tilt.
At its finest, one of the best.
Full tilt. Round 1, still going on. A lot of teams playing basketball. Yep. Knicks are not playing basketball. So let me ask you this. Were you
shocked to even see a post from them?
I wasn't shocked to see a post. I was shocked at the content of the post. Okay. Which I don't know if you can.
Well, he'll show it later.
Scroll in here, but you can pull it up. So while everybody else in the East is playing playoff basketball, and we're not playing, we didn't make the playoffs. Yep. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it would be a good idea if you're an NBA franchise, you don't make the playoffs, and you have one of the worst seasons in franchise history? Yep. And on Throwback Thursday, you post a picture of Allen Houston at the peak of his jump shot. Chris Bosh in his face. Allen Houston dropped 23 points to lead New York to its first-round sweep of Toronto in 2000. Do you think that'd be a smart Throwback Thursday? Oh, no, they did.
Let me see it.
2 days ago. Do you think that would be a smart post?
The form looks good, though.
I mean, it does.
The form, Allen's form looks good.
When you lose, I don't want to see a picture of, the money jump shot, when we lose. I don't want to see that. Show me Lance Thomas on the ground and listen, we're struggling. We're working.
I'll go a step further.
Don't give me that.
I'll go a step further. They shouldn't even be posting.
Well, I have no problem. If that's
you haven't earned the right to be in the conversation.
That is a picture of Phil Jackson at the desk, and it's listen.
But it's not. You know why?
The future.
You know why? Because Phil isn't at the desk. Phil's in Montana somewhere,
what I'm talking about.
Smoking a bong. Phil ain't worried about y'all right now, man.
Or it's Fisher with the X's and O's with the chalk. I don't mind seeing a post. Let me know.
You guys shouldn't be posting.
We're working towards the future.
Yeah, the worst record in the NBA, or one of them.
Embrace it and move
keep
on.
it moving. Just listen.
But this is not a good idea. This is the worst idea ever.
You know what the Knicks should be doing right now? Look. Just go off. Just ride off into the sunset.
Come on. You don't have to do that, but the content, it's terrible. I got a big problem with that.
It'll be okay.
We're getting deep, KD next year.
Listen, man.
Melo, KD, Okafor. I love it.
Look, what we're not going to do is talk about the Knicks. They haven't earned the right for us to even talk about them on the show during the year.
Bullshit?
They haven't. So you're not pissed off because of the season. You're pissed off because of social.
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus Christ. So, ending out our show, I think it's only right, being as we have a special pop-up location and a special episode.
It's not so much pop-up, but it's always here.
I think it. You know what? I think it should be here more often. To be honest with you, the fire's hanging strong. I'm not gonna
I
lie
need
to
to
you.
stoke it.
Fire's hanging strong.
You gotta stoke the fire. Once in a while, man.
Pun intended. Do's and don'ts this week.
Do's and don'ts, man.
Do's and don'ts, as you've been such a gracious host up to this point.
I love hosting people.
You love hosting people
for
in the house.
moments, whatever it be, holidays, sporting events. I love having my friends and family around me.
I will say you do an exceptional job of hosting. Every time you come over, you pull out all the stops. Yep. It's official.
Like to the point. So I'm gonna go to the first do. I'm gonna jump right.
We haven't even talked about the do's and don'ts are.
Okay.
Do's and don'ts are gonna be the do's and don'ts of hosting a viewing party, whether it's a fight, whether it's a game, whether it's Super Bowl, whether it's finals, whatever it is.
Yep.
And since we are in this pop-up location, since the second half of the Spurs and Cavs are about to start and the pre-fights are going to start, we're going to keep it short. We're going to go 3 do's, 3 don'ts of hosting a viewing party. You want to do the first do? Please do the honors.
First do. Make everyone feel special. Right? And there's a million different ways you can do it, but it's a little thing. Perfect example, though. I have somebody who's here. I have a bunch of people over tonight. I have one person here. I love Coca-Cola. Right?
Don't say
I have
names.
somebody here who does not like Coca-Cola and particularly loves Pepsi. We argue about it all the time. A little 2-liter bottle of Pepsi, man. Specifically. I never buy it.
Because it's not about you.
It's not about me, man. It's about everybody having a good time, feeling comfortable, and knowing that you care about them.
Right? Okay, I agree with that.
Right? So, and again,
make sure everyone feels special.
Everybody feels special.
Okay. My first don't. My first don't is a super simple one. If you're having a fight and it's on pay-per-view, and especially this one, what's the pay-per-view fight? $100, I think it is.
That was $89.95.
So it's probably the most expensive pay-per-view we've seen. Don't ask people to chip in on the pay-per-view. Listen. If you can afford the $89,
I'd be so out.
you probably shouldn't have a fight party. Don't ask people like, cool, there's 8 of us, you got that 10?
No.
10 for what? Oh no, because I just ordered it.
This isn't right either, but ask somebody to chip in on everything else, the food, the drinks, or bring your own.
Don't ask people.
No, you can't.
Listen,
you can't.
Don't ask people to chip in on the pay-per-view.
Nope.
Bush League.
Yeah.
Second do. And by the way, since we are in a pop-up location, we don't have the director's board behind our producer.
So a little more, we're winging it right now.
So we're literally winging it, and the whiskey's starting to kick in a little bit. So I'm really just buying time so you can remember your second do.
Second do. The food has to be on point.
Yeah.
You have to put thought and care into the menu, right? Whether that be appetizers, your chip selection, entrees, like what are you doing for that specific moment that's special?
And I will say I got here probably around 5:30. You were cleaning the grill. The oven was on and preheat. There was a lot of situations going on. The food orders coming in.
My wife left at 11 o'clock this morning to go. She went to 4 different places to pick up food.
It shows.
Right, like you don't go to one place and get the meat and the chips and the appetite. Like you got to go to specific locations. Like if there's a place that makes the best penne vodka, you go get a tray of penne vodka from there. If there's a place that makes the best wings, you go pick those up from there.
And you're about
you
that.
Don't just you don't just go to Costco or Fairway and like just grab everything. You could do that for chips. Chips, no problem. Chips, soda, all that, one-stop shop. Whatever is like at the core of your offering when it comes to a menu, if you're not going to 3 to 4 places in which the vendors are best in class at whatever they do, you shouldn't be hosting a game viewing.
And I will say this, you know,
and I get that from my mom. Shout out to my mom. My mom is
Kate.
Listen,
and I will give you props. You know, you're living it. You want to talk about the mint? What happened with the mint today?
Oh shit, man. So I was running around all day getting shit I need to get. Got the local little spot for produce here. Derby's on.
That's burb life.
I'm making the
suburb life, man.
Listen, I'm gonna make the mint juleps to the point where I can't make another stop. I was in the liquor store. I forgot to get massive amounts of bourbon. I hit you. Can you pick up some bourbon?
Yes, I did.
No
By the
problem.
way,
As I hit
got that bottle in the background.
you, I'm walking over to the market to get some mint. And this place always has everything.
Yep.
Small little, shop. The line is bananas. Out the door. I'm in the line for 20 minutes.
Do you think the line was bananas because of Derby, because of fight, because of...
Yeah, I mean, beautiful day.
Got you.
Really first nice weekend. People are grilling, Derby, fight. So absolutely, it was extra because of that. I wait in line. I'm in second in line now. I've probably been in line for 15 to 20 minutes.
And what are you there for? You're there just
I'm
to
there
get...
for mint.
So going back to your first...
Yeah.
You're there just to get mint.
I'm making it an authentic, moment-specific cocktail, right? Mint julep for the Derby. Second in line, just 2 registers. There's 4 people that work in this place. It's tiny. Chick goes, "There's no more mint." And at this point, it's 5. I have people coming over. Like, I can't now go hunt for mint. I had to throw in the bag. I had to throw in the towel.
You know what I call that?
But I picked up some lemons and limes, which I needed, so no problem. It wasn't a fruitless, But
you know what I call that?
man.
I call that white people problems.
But I went for it.
Like-
I went
like-
to that
like
place
it-
specifically
It
for mint.
f***ed up your day that you couldn't
Absolutely.
get mint.
Absolutely, tight. Second don't.
Second don't. You know what? I'm gonna sound very unappreciative, and I'm gonna sound... No, it has nothing to do with your...
Okay, all right.
You got
all right.
offended before you
That's
even heard what I was
All
gonna say.
Well, I mean...
Second don't. And our producer love let me get this straight. Don't you dare, and I say dare, have the audacity to have any type of viewing party and you have less than a 48-inch TV. Don't do that. I could watch that shit at my place.
Yeah.
I go to Buffalo Wild Wings if I want to.
No, it's true.
I come over,
Your TV gotta be right.
and I know you're gonna talk about my Miami apartment. I know you're gonna bring that up now, which is cool. Go ahead, get it out. Go ahead. I know you.
No, this is
Go
gonna be
ahead.
quick. At
Go
one
ahead.
time, you lived down in Miami.
Yep. Go ahead.
And
You exaggerate.
beautiful place.
57th floor.
Yeah, and your
Looking over
TV
the-
was basically, it wasn't as nice as an iPhone on a tripod. It was, I mean, the things, if anybody has kids out there, or like when you would travel, if you played ball and you thought you were doing it with the travel DVD player, right? His screen was basically the screen of the DVD player. It didn't even have a DVD attached.
Yeah, you exaggerate that story
No,
every
it's
time you tell
true.
it.
I mean, it wasn't even HD. I mean, it was so bad.
I will say this. I remember once I had a 2-bedroom apartment in Miami, 57th floor. It was beautiful. And you were landing. I was living there. You were landing there. We had like some event or something we were doing. And I was like, "Yeah, what time you coming to the crib?" You're like, "Well, I'm gonna go check in real quick." And I was like, "Well, what do you mean you're gonna check in?" Like, I'm like, I have another bedroom. You're like, "Yeah, listen, I like to get comfortable and watch
Game
TV."
of Thrones had just started or something. I'm like, listen, I landed on a Saturday. I'm like, no way. Like, I'm not staying there.
So you would rather
your
pay?
Your TV game is so bullshit that I had to be at a place with a TV.
So
and
my
I go
point.
a step further, though. It wasn't only you. I love staying at the Standard in Miami. Their
Standard's
TV
nice.
game is terrible. I didn't stay there because I needed a proper TV.
So you agree with my
I
second
agree.
don't you have
I
the
agree with that.
audacity to invite someone over your house and you have less than a 48-inch TV?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And don't even get me started on HD. I don't even think they make non-HD TVs anymore.
Yep.
Okay. Third and last due. As the doorbell rings right now.
Third and last Diddy.
Is
Diddy
it?
right now,
Jesus Christ.
Third due for hosting a fight party.
We're just filming a show. It's cool. Be loud. Third.
It's a tough one because it's got to be good.
But you're, hosting.
I'm
What's an essential? What must you do when you're hosting a viewing party? You talked about food. You talked about making sure everyone feels special.
Mm-hmm.
What's your third do?
Third due. Provide your guests with an unexpected viewing experience.
Wow, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
I like it. I like where you're going with this.
You gotta.
I like where you're going with this.
You gotta
talk to him.
You know, on the other side of this fireplace is a TV.
So when I come here, I'm thinking, cool, we're gonna watch on TV. It's cool.
And watch TV.
Yep, I'm with you.
But maybe once in a while you got to break out the projector in the backyard with the fire pit, projected on the side of your house with full audio. So you know what? If the neighbors want to come in your back, like, I mean,
you know what? You talking
60 foot.
Yo, you're talking that shit right now. I'm just gonna let you talk right now, man. Talk your shit,
You
man.
got a 60-foot HD projected on the back of the
60
house
inch or
with the fire
you
pit
said
over
60
the
inch?
koi pond.
Or you said
60 foot
over the what?
over the koi pond. And I've actually never done it. That's why. I mean, you gotta
Talk to him, Josh.
I've done.
Talk
I've
your
played
shit,
a
man.
movie out there, but I've
True.
never. I ran the cable. I went
Okay.
to Home Depot today. I bought extra cable.
Mm-hmm.
I ran the cable out there. I winged it. I gave it a shot. And you know what? And you got to be prepared too, man. I didn't have. So the cable that comes out of your wall, right?
So hold that thought right there. So you call me downstairs. You're like, come downstairs. I think you need my help.
Yeah,
I go downstairs. I don't even know what contraption you're working on. And you're like, sometimes it scares me how versatile I am. I'm like, you need help or something? You're like,
yeah.
nah, just watch.
Yeah.
Just watch. What were you doing? You a speaker or some shit?
I was hooking up the speaker, but I wasn't really talking about the speaker. I was talking about the cable wire that comes out of your wall. I went to Home Depot today and I bought something to link the wire that comes out of my wall to the extender wire to bring the cable box outside.
Yep.
I bought the wrong wire. I bought the male-female thing. I needed a female.
You know, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
I needed a female extender.
Okay.
Right?
I needed a female.
And now at this point,
you know what? I need a female extender
at this
too.
point, I'm like, listen, I'm f***ed. Like it's 7 o'clock.
You like that one there, yeah.
It's 7 o'clock.
Never go wrong with the female
And I said, you know what? I have a feeling a couple of years ago, I probably bought this thing.
Okay. You're nerding out right now, by the way, but I'm gonna let you cook.
I go to the garage,
Let you cook.
and I know that there's a box that has cable and like cable box, wire, associated items. I go in my garage, I find the box, and what's in there? A 2-pack of female extenders that I probably bought 5 years ago.
Like finding $100 bill in a jacket.
Opened it up, click the wire, run it outside, plug in the cable box. We got the fight outside.
I'm not gonna front. It's a little
Watching the
dark.
fight
I hope
outside.
you can catch this and you can show this a little bit. It literally is like 60 feet. It's on the side of your house.
Yeah.
It's a little
gonna be
chilly.
nice.
It's a little chilly out there.
Some B-roll. I got the fire pit.
You're styling all over them right now, man. You're styling
A little
all
bit.
over them.
A little bit. It's gonna be an unexpected, delightful viewing experience.
An unexpected, delightful experience.
Still third due.
Okay.
Last don't.
Last don't. Third and final don't. It seems like a simple one. It seems like something that should make common sense. And actually, I'm going to keep it 100. It's something that I would love for them to be quiet in the background. That would be awesome. The third don't is something you're actually guilty of. Not on this one. In the past. You've graduated from this.
Betting and not having cash money?
That's that's
I
just
never do
that's just
that. I never do that.
That's just every day for you. When you invite someone over to your house, this is just strictly boxing like we're doing tonight. Make sure you can actually get the fight.
Oh shit. You know what? You're right.
It seems like a very simple one. Like you invite people over for like a fight party, a fight viewing.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the fight. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
You know what happened?
Yeah, I invited you guys over for the fight at my office
And what
a couple
happened?
years ago.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go.
No. What happened? Yeah, what
Couldn't
happened?
get the fight.
And when did you find out? How soon?
30 minutes before the fight.
30 minutes before the fight, we go over.
But here's the problem.
Here's the wild shit.
Here's the bigger
You had a
problem.
bartender.
Oh,
you
everything.
had the food spread.
Played poker.
We're playing poker.
Everything
I
was
think
there.
cigars. It was beautiful.
But here's the problem. It's
The problem was you couldn't get the fight.
The problem is the cable companies out there, right? In 2000 and at this point in time, 13, I couldn't click a button because I had a commercial account and I didn't enable something, and it was a Saturday. It wasn't. If I hit them on Friday, no problem. It was a Saturday, so I couldn't even pay. So I couldn't hit a button and pay for whatever this was to be able for me to access this fight.
Here's my problem.
That is mind blowing.
Here's my problem.
Mind-boggling.
I'm noticing a pattern here. It's not me. It's the
Preparation.
wood. The wood's out of season. It's not me with the fight. It's it's the cable company.
No, I'm
when
the
are
best.
you gonna?
Listen,
When are
I'm
you
the
gonna,
best to do it, right? So here's the thing I'll say, right? Even if my situations don't turn out to be exactly what I put in the effort and the passion to try and create them. It doesn't always work out. But there was about 8 of us. Nobody else was trying to make something happen for the fight that night.
No, but you invited us over to
Yeah, I know.
watch a fight.
Yeah, I know.
I expected you to have the
But
fight.
if I didn't, nobody else was doing that.
All right.
And we found the great plan B. We're not going to
We
talk
did. We're
about
not
it.
going to talk
We
about that. It's a
found great
PG show. There's kids watching, but we watched the fight somewhere else.
Yeah.
And actually, it was a Pacquiao fight too.
It was.
It's against Timothy Bradley when they robbed Pacquiao.
It was.
Okay, so who do you have?
I have Manny Pacquiao.
Do you really?
And I'm going to pull up the picture.
So hold up. So don't
Me
pull
with
up the
champ,
picture.
Me with the champ.
Don't pull up the picture.
Pacquiao's winning this fight.
You're going Pacquiao. So
Yeah.
that's your heart betting or your
Got his
mind
country-
betting?
He's got his country on his back. He's hungry. There's a short window here. I think he's gonna really press Mayweather.
You really believe that?
I do.
You willing to wager a little friendly wager?
I think Pac wins. There's an outside chance that it ends up becoming a split decision just because of the political bullshit.
So you're willing to put a wager? You got Pacquiao.
Yes.
I got Floyd. You want to put 100 on it?
Yeah. Put a
Shake on
hundred.
it.
Shake on it.
100?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this on camera because you owe me 100 too. I shouldn't even be betting with you.
Listen, we got 100. Okay, I got 5. 6,
Get out of here.
No, there's 100 in there. I mean, that might be a couple dollars short.
No. Hold on.
Put it.
Yeah, we will.
Here, put it under here.
We will. We could put it under wherever
Put it
you want.
under.
I just want to. Okay.
Put it.
My money's there. I just want to count
Yeah,
your money.
you know what yours is.
Yeah, my money is $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got more in the back.
No. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18,
That's all
19,
about how you
20,
fold it, though.
21, 22, 23.
Fold it right.
You have $23
I got
here.
more. I'm gonna go get more. Come on. Put it here. How much?
Listen, man, RWTW, episode
We're back.
13.
We're
We'll be
back in a
back
few minutes.
after the fight. Thanks for joining in. Wow.
We out.
Peace.